Hello, welcome to Euro Series and PlayStation. I'm your host Sharky808, and we should have an exciting race for you in Portugal today, as we have finally a car out from Mail. We're here in qualifying for short quali. It should be 15 minutes of who can get to the top 10, who's going to take pole, and who is going to take the first race of the series. We're going to find out who is the strongest out here, and we're going to find out who's the weakest. I'm so excited to commentate for the first time in a long time. Haven't commentated since season 3. So I've had the extra spare day to come out and share my thoughts with y'all, and hopefully we can get an exciting race out today. As we look at the telemetries of who's starting out on the tires, we do have mostly everyone on softs except for Viju and Lily. Sorry if I butcher everyone's names. It's going to take me a couple of races to get to know everyone. As we look into this lap that we're going to head, keeping it nice and tidy. So far, 56 going into Sector 3. Might looking into the 117 ranges if you can pull this off in the last 2 corners. Nice and tidy. He might get shorter than that. Might in the 116 range. Wow, 116.1. That's a good lap to set on. So far it's the Williams and the Alpine of Andrezetic with a 117.5. Cool's now got Coolio. I'm going to call you Coolio, but Cooley with a 117.7. And then we do have one of the McLarens out, sets his lap time. Oh, looks like just letting a couple of people go by. We do have a couple more people coming out. It sets a 52 on Sector 3 for Passions here. Might be able to get in the 116 range if he can stick this out. Oh, he's going to take second place of the 117.3. So far everyone's trying to get a good feel around the track. I know for America's on Sunday, we were definitely got a feel around the track. A couple of spins here or there, including me. Oh, looks like we have contact. Ooh, what happened there? It looks like he made contact with the Haas. Don't know who was in the Haas. It looks like it probably was. It was Ivan. Ivan has no wings. It looks like there's gonna be some incident reporting there. I don't know what happened. But we'll take a look at a ride with Prime. See if he can set a good time here. so far a 58 in Sector 2. Maybe not a good stretch to run. He's got a 52. Could be possibly in the 17 range. But we'll see where he ends up, as he has to keep this tidy. Very nice, very nice. And he's coming through the last couple of corners. He's going to try to keep that close all the way in, and looks like he's going to the pits, because did not look good on those. But we'll ride with Vizu within the Ferrari. Let's see if he can set a good time. So far we still have Mail on first, Drags on second, and Alex, our admin, taking third place in the other Ferrari. Not top three doesn't look too bad on the separation part. Maybe Alex can try to get P2 or try to go for the pole, but it looks like it's 1:16.1 for Mail. Coming around the final corner. Will the Ferrari teammate get up there? Yes, he will. The 1:16.8. So Alex and his teammate are definitely going to get some points today if they can get through the first quarter. I'm just playing. In America, there's a saying in the first quarter: slow the hell down, because it's going to be carnage. Anyways, we'll take a look at what's going on over here when the Aston Martin, and Pez is looks like he's going to come in. Doesn't look like he has as good set lap time, as his lap is invalidated. So far our top three is now has been changed into Drags taking third because of an Alpine taking a 1:16.1, so he could be challenging for the top spot. Bike looking strong in his first outgoing on this first set of qualifying laps, looking real nice with that Alonso helmet. Probably his favorite driver is Fernando Alonso. That's fitting for a great champion. He could probably be a champion in Euros. But this is only the first race, gentlemen, as we do have 15 races. This is only 1 out of 15 for Tuesdays. Let's see if Passions can set a good time here as we ride in the McLaren. Coming to the first DRS zone. Sets up 1:22. So he's doing a lot better on his first time. So he gets 1/10 of a second faster. Coming into sector 2. Try to see if he can try to keep it tidy in on 6, 7, and 8. Slow a little bit down. I know that corner is very tough, and it looks like we do have a retired member out there. Looks like it possibly crash on the straight, but we're going to keep going with Passions here. See if he sets a 1:51. Looks like he's going to probably be in the top 5 range. He's got a car in the way, but we might get a little bit of extra horsepower if he sticks with that racing line. But he's going to go straight all the way through with 1:16.9. So top 10 doesn't look too far from each other. So this is just been a lot of outclassing talent today, as Male with now the fastest lap with a 1:15.9. Congrats to him. These guys are super fast. But we'll see if Armchair can try to take away that top spot. And Drags, looks like we're gonna go ride with him. A couple sectors left to go. But it looks like he's gonna. Looks like he might be able to, but we'll see if he can hold that off. Might be going into the pits. No, he's going to try to go for the lap, and he's going to get a 1:16. So he improves by 300ths of a second. That's not going to get him in the front row with Male and Armchair. Anyways, Alex, as we see him, and it looks like he's going to go into the pits as had a 13-second plus from his other lap. So we're going to see if he's going to come back into the pits and maybe get one more run, as there's only 6 minutes left to go. But we'll take a look at Drag, see if he does. So he didn't improve in his first sector. Hopefully he can get his second sector going. Stick it into 6th gear, maybe he's, and it doesn't look like he's going to improve that time either. So the top 10 does not. So far in the top 10, it's all tenths of a second off from each other. 7th and 8th are hundredths of a second, and then 9 and 10 is 2/10. But so far, Male with a 1:15.9 with a strong performance, looking to secure that top spot. And we have an invalid time from Chair Bike. Anyways, he's probably gonna go try to get another lap going. If he can hurry up, there's only less than 5 minutes left to go in the session, which should be plenty time to get the out lap in and get one in. But he's gonna have to change some tires. Yeah, he was on 3-lap old tires, so you might get. So he's going to try to set probably one more time, try to secure that time. Ooh, almost collided with the Mercedes. Almost collided with Drags with this Mercedes, as he's going to come out one more time for the set, try to get that top spot. He's on 1-lap old softs right now. So far, the top, mostly ones that everyone in the pits. We'll take a look at Prime, see if we could try to get out into the top 10, but looks like he's just gonna try to go for one more. He's trying to go for the outlap and go for the straight, and let's see if he can just get out of that outside the top 10 and get inside to the top 10 spot as he sets his lap time. Let me get rid of this. Yes, we'll take a little ride with him. So he does improve his first sector time with 1/10 of a second. Going into turn 8. Got to keep that tidy and can't put too much power, and puts it nice and clean over there. So it looks like the top 5 is still heading out. Both of them are hot laps, out laps. Male looking to set a better time from 1:15.9. He's got the top spot. I don't know how much he can do unless he's gonna pull more something that we never seen before. as he comes to a roundabout with the 116, 117, does not improve. He's going to be dropped back to 14th as others are improving. And there's not that much time left to go in qualifying, only a minute 50. We'll look at Mail, see if he can try to improve his time. And it looks like someone did retire. Possibly a crash, but it looks like he's just retiring from the session. Anyways, he does improve. Wow, with the 115.8. The Williams driver is literally blowing the competition away. We might have I would like to say a Uzumaki in this trait, but nowhere near talking levels of Uzumaki. Sorry if Uzumaki is watching, I do apologize. Anyways, we'll take a look at Armchair and see if he can try to improve his time. I think he did improve his first sector time. Let's see if he can try to get into sector 2. Sector 2 time is 8/10 of a second faster. Maybe can get in the 115 range if he keeps it nice and tidy. With only 30 seconds left of qualifying, everyone is on their hot laps except for a couple of the Aston Martins and Red Bull driver. And he does improve, not in the 115 range, but very, very close, 9/1000ths of a second getting into the 115 range. But it looks like Drags 1/10 faster could probably take the top spot, take that top row spot from Armchair. Let's see if he can do it. As qualifying session is closed, people on their hot laps got to finish. And is he going to improve? Take that top spot? No, he does not. He's going to be far away. He's going to be in the second row with Alex. Maybe Alex can take third place and if he could try to get it right here, coming into the last corner and into the final in the front straightaway, get in the 115, 16, and he does not improve. He's going to take fourth place. So our top 5 is Mail, Armchair, Drags, Alex, and Ken. Following with Pez, Evil, Vizu, Mike Williams, Mercedes driver too. So it looks like everyone should be going into the pits, and then we should be getting this race started momentarily. So yeah, your top 20 for the first race. Mail with an unbelievable performance with the 115.8. Armchair getting a 16, almost flat on a 116, and then Drags will take your third spot with a 116.3. Make sure you hit that follow button, guys. If you are watching new to this league, we do leagues for Tuesdays and Sundays. We do have Open Series Assist available. We do offer Formula 2 races on Fridays, and then on Saturdays is endurance race, which is 100% short qualifying races. Would have loved to see if we could have got that for Americas, but we didn't get enough. But there are some people with endurance racing. And it looks like the Haas and AlphaTauri driver that made contact earlier did get penalties, a 5 grid penalty they're going to start with, so they're going to start from the back. Not looking good for their first races. Like I said, there could possibly be incident reportings. Don't know what happened. It looked like the Haas driver was trying to get through, and then, oh, looks like we're going to have a wet race. Yikes. And it's a heavy wet race, as we can see those puddles in the pit lane. As we get set for the formation lap. So this could be nothing but a wet race all the way through. It is lots of puddles out there, so they are on the heavy wets out there. We shall see if Mail can stick this one out. Maybe he's good in the wets, or maybe Armchair in P2 can try to get this advantage. He could be a racing god in the wets. Drags coming in third with a nice set of times, but couldn't improve on his last lap. We'll see if he can try to get up there. Alex, who is also the admin for this league, got P4 in a Ferrari, which I love Ferrari, by the way. So good on you, Alex. Ken taking P5 in a Haas. Not an American team, it's a Russian team. Pez in my car in the Aston Martin. We've got to love the green. Vizu with his teammate, Alex's teammate, and the other Ferrari is sandwiched in between with Evil and the other Aston Martin. Sorry about that. And we in P9 we have Kun. I'm still gonna try to figure this one name out, but please don't ridicule me. Passions in the Papaya Orange McLaren, Yeast and Prime in the Alfa Romeos, Kavitz in the Red Bull, Mitchell, Andreas, Cooley, Citrus. As we are getting lined up at the last cars, Ivan and Vintage. Anyways. As here we go. Here, 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Here we go in the first race of the PlayStation Euros, as the Williams gets out in front, and oh, looks like there's a spin out of the back. And he looks like he's lagging a bit, but as we go back and forward, looks like Pez is there's a little bit of lag going on, but Armchair diving on the inside on Mail, and he's gonna take the lead over this race. Drags in third, still holding it on, but the two Mercedes with with Malikun. Takes fit. The other Mercedes driver had a great start. Not a good start for Alex as he drops back all the way to P8. Some tight little clean racing so far, except for the beginning with Pez. I don't know why he's in the top spot, but it's so far Armchair taking that lead, and in this first DRS zone gets it away, and it looks like there's a couple of moves going on back here, and it looks like both of the Alfa Romeos going side by side and going into the back of the front straightaway. Alex dives right into the inside, takes it back at lead, and he's back in 9th. Alex was back all the way to 10th, but now he's trying to get away from the Haas as they go side by side into turn 1. Keeps it clean there, but we're going to look at the top spot real quick as still behind, and it looks like we do have a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Looks like Ivan tried to go for the dive, but he couldn't do it because of the wet weather. And we do have tight, close quarters racing, folks. And the Papaya drops down to 8th place. So now back into the top spot, we do have the other Mercedes driver is literally getting hackled by the Aston Martin driver. Coming into sector 3 right now, try to look for the inside, and it looks like can he pull off the move, and it looks like he can, but they're still going at each other. He's trying to go for the inside, but the Aston Martin closes that gap. Alex's teammate right behind all of them. So now it looks like we got that sorted out. Thank you, Cody's, for freaking sorting that out. As Mail sets the fastest lap, still only 5/10 behind him. As we're gonna keep going with this battle between 5th, 6th, and 7th. As looks like Vizu try to go for the inside, side by side, going up the hill, trying to go to the front for the first DRS zone, even though there's no DRS. Comes back to the first straightaway with the Mercedes try to go for the dive on the inside, but no, he's going to back that one out. Doesn't want to take a risk, only in lap 3 in 33. But it looks like he did kind of swerve out a bit. It looks like Prime, right behind him, had to get out of the way. Sets up Passion for the inside, try to go for the inside move in turn 8, but he's not going to take that risk, including the wet. Do have some people in the back spinning out, but it looks like Prime is going to get taken by the other. Is a really going into turn 8. Turn 8 kind of messed them up right there, as there's a huge little bunch up going into the back straight into sector 3. It's in that group, it leads the Mercedes leading this one out, but this is some close racing, folks. As the Passions gets to the inside, it looks like Prime, I don't know what's going on. It looked like he probably had some wing damage, as he's going to go in. And one of the Red Bull drivers goes for the inside. Does he get that move off? And he still the Haas driver still is going on his back left wheel, trying to get through all this. We have some interesting battles going on between 6th through 10th right now, and it looks like someone did go off. Couldn't tell who that was, but we're gonna go back to, it looks like a close battle up in the top spot. Just gained 1/10 of a second with Mail trying to gain his lead back, as Cooley gets a 3-second penalty. So top spot, looking pretty nice. Looks like someone does spun off. And it looks like Andresic from the Alpine did spin off, and then we do have another one, and then it's the other Papaya McLaren. Anyways, so now it's starting to thin out a little bit. We do have little groups trying to go for tops to take each other's spots. Not that much racing going on. It looks like Ivan takes the lead, takes 12th place off of the AlphaTauri driver. Anyways, still a close battle in the top 3 between Armchair, Mail, and Drags. Evil is 6 seconds behind Drags. And it looks like we do have someone spun off, and looks like there's going to be a safety car. There's been a lot of people spinning off, losing a bunch of. There's probably a bunch of debris going on the track. So Cooley's going to try to go for the pits, but everyone's going to have to bunch up again, and we're going to try this again. So this could probably play a favor for Mail, as even though he was behind Armchair for the lead, but it's going to significantly put Evil back up, and he was 6 seconds behind. He could probably try to gain a good start from the first straightaway as soon as the safety car comes in, but only in lap 6, folks. First safety car out. Excuse me. I didn't have enough coffee this morning. Anyways. So far in the penalty regions, looks like Drags has a 5-second penalty. It probably looked like he hit someone in front, probably Mail. So that does not look good. But the only way to take that off if he doesn't pit for the rest of the race. That's going to be a risky move for him if he goes in for a pit. But hopefully the safety car can last a couple of laps, as we're still waiting for the rest of the field to catch up. Mitchell with 3 seconds in the Red Bull. Ivan 13 seconds. He did have that go off. It probably went late breaking into the first 2 corners, and he had to go off to avoid a collision, as we did see him go off. So we don't know what happened there really, but it's just my personal guess. And then we do have a 5-second penalty for Andresic, and Cooley with 3 seconds for track limits. And Cooley right now is in between all the cars, so he's not gonna be able to unlap himself. And as in the rules state, you cannot overtake the safety car if you're in the bunch. If you're in front, maybe, but you probably will get reported on that too, because it's still an illegal move. You cannot overtake the safety car, so you have to do it secretly. Anyways, Let's see if anyone underfueled their cars. It looks like no one has underfueled cars because it is a wet race, and you're going to be using a lot of that gas just to sustain minimum racing driving. And it looks like Cooley did make contact with the Drags, and he's going to get another. So Drags has 2 10-second penalties as we are underway for the safety car came in. So Drags now has a 10-second penalty. This is not looking good for him. I don't know why would that happen, as Cooley is all the way in the back. He should have been ghosted. But the same situation happened with me, and when I was a lap down and Tom hits me in the back. So I mean, you gotta give a thumbs up to Cody's there for that bull. Anyways, everyone's still in a tight line. No one's risking anything. Male still in second, as Armchair did get a good start on the safety car in. And we do have some people in the back area fighting, and it looks like, oh, we did make contact. There's a lot of lagging going on with that second Aston Martin, and whoa. Okay, well, it looks like the Mercedes just monster trucked the Aston Martin. I don't know what is going on there, but I think that should have been in a safety car. Something happened in the front straightaway. There's a big pile up in this back area. We're gonna. Oh my! And looks like the Aston Martin just knocked off the AlphaTauri. He's not going to be happy. He has no wings. And are we going to get another safety car? Because there is a lot of contact going in the back area. I don't know what is going on back here. I don't even know how Pez does not get any time penalties for any of those collisions. But anyways, we do have... Oh my goodness. This is like watching Uzumaki all over again. I'm afraid to watch. He is ghosted right now, which is, thank God he's got ghosted, because he is all over the place. I don't even know how the Mercedes did not get any damage. Probably did get damage, because he's slowly backing away, as Pez did go wide, but he's sliding back and forth around to gain some time, but he hasn't moved up since 19th, and he's all the way up with that pack. Anyways, we do have some trouble here as Prime looks at, the Red Bull did go wide, as Prime sets him up. Is he going to try to go for the pass? He's literally right on his tail. He's going to go for the inside. Nope, he's going to still try to take, and it looks like we did have a first retire of the day. It is that Mercedes, that monster truck, that Aston Martin, and a safety car has finally came out. There is some big carnage going on in these first 10 laps. What is going on? The nerves has set in for all these people that are racing, and some connection issues. This is pretty interesting. Armchair's not happy about having a second safety car between what was going on in the back, but if he looked at this race after his race, he would understand what was going on and why they had to have two safety cars, because it's a lot of unsaved carnage back here. But the first DNF has happened. Feel bad for the Mercedes driver, as he was in the top 10 spot, dropped all the way back, and then he had to deal with the carnage of one of the Aston Martin drivers. So the question is, with drags with the 10-second penalty due to probably hitting twice the car in front, and then Cooley, who had to hit him from behind, gets another 10-second penalty. Does he even pit to get rid of that one of those times? Or does he even pit at all? I mean, if he does pit, it's pretty much he's gonna have to lose some positions if he does. So is he gonna stay out there for quite some time? We'll take a look at his tire status, because everyone should be having 10 laps in with these tires. So, but I don't think not that much has been used. Take a look at his fuel situation, and he does have like a +2, or just a bit enough. It looks like +1, but he's on 10 lap old tires, so we don't know if he's gonna make a move anytime soon. As we kind of wait for 4 drivers to come and catch the pack. So far there's been 2 safety cars in the wet weather in Portugal. Lots of carnage in the back. Top 10 looks to be clean as a whistle. Top 4 hasn't changed, but the 2 Ferrari drivers with Alex and Vizu has gained back some spots, so they're back in this fight and contention into the top 5. Alex did had a P4 in the beginning, but lost that spot in the very first couple of laps. Dropped all the way down to 10th, but he fought his way back all the way to the front now, as we're still waiting for a couple more drivers to catch up. And safety car is in this lap, so feel bad for that last driver, but it looks like it's the driver who he shall not be named. So you look at the position boards, yeah, Evil 4 places. But as we get to the front straight, it looks like another contact. Cooley with Yeast now. So now Yeast now has a 5-second penalty. Cooley now has 10, and it looks like there's a spin off in the back. Or that's just Cody's. And it looks like Pez and Cooley's are in the pits. Cooley looking to replace his, and it looks like Pez is going to retire from this event, as he's already 2 laps down, feeling like he can't go any further in this race. And it looks like, ignoring the yellow flag, there's a lot of glitching going on, so there's going to be a big reporting going on after this race. Don't know why. Don't know why East got another 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. That's just unlucky for him. But anyways, Armchair looked almost a second ahead as he set the fastest time with a 1:29.2. He's looking strong out there with that nice looking Alonso helmet. Still don't know how these people don't get warnings off of that corner, unlike me, which I'm hoping to get off. Ivan looks like he got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he's all the way in the back and probably lost some damage back there, so he's now at 18 seconds with penalties. So now between first, second, and third, there's almost a second. Drags is now 1.3 seconds behind second, as everyone's spreading it out, but the battles between 5th, 6th, and 7th is tightly close quarters, as we look at on Alex right here in the first Ferrari chair, getting held up by his teammate, as Ken is looking like a predator, setting saliva on his mouth, trying to eat away and get it to 6. Coming into the front straightaway, Ken try to go for the pass as we ride aboard Obama. Let's see what's his strategy up here. It's a nice corner by Ken, but a little bit early going in that turn up there. Look at the telemetries. In the telemetry, he's got 92% battery charge. He can use it for all the straightaways. He has to keep it nice and tight, as we're going to stick with this battle right here between Alex and Ken. Alex trying to give his other teammates some room, as he's now dropping a second. So I guess he's going to play he's going to play blocking for the Haas driver, for this Haas driver, and trying to catch up. But you never know. You can betray your teammates at any time. As look at the puddles on this track. It is pouring down. But we'll look at between first to second. It looks like Mail gained 0.4 of a second. It looks like Armchair kind of struggling back there, struggling up in front, as takes a nice big lunge right behind Chair. Still 0.6 off of behind him. And Drag's Dick came back to get rid of the 0.3, but still a second off pace between second and third. A little bit wide from Armchair as a male. The postman is going to send one probably in this last couple of corners. He's well in range to get that drag if he sticks it nice and tidy. He's got the ERS to do it, but yeah, he's going to have to back off the ERS, and he's going to use it all. Is he going to use it all? Trying to get that catch up wherever. This is only lap 18. It's lap 17 out of 33, so he's got a long way to go. As looks like we have a spin in the back. Oh, looks like someone has gone into the pits, and Yeast is gonna go into the pits and retire from this event. Sorry if I went away from the action for a second, but we had to get that on the camera. Anyways, first to second is now the spotlight's on them. 0.5 right behind Armchair, trying to see what he can do. 80% battery. A little bit of didn't look like he can get a good run out of that last couple of turns. Will this be the chance for him to go for a pass? And it looks like he's not going to do it, but he's gaining a lot closer. These two drivers between first and second has been nothing but masterclass. This Chair defends, try to take that middle of that turn, so he had nowhere to go for a good out. So now it looks like Drags is now back into the mix right now. Good on you, Drags. Has that 10-second penalty, but he can probably get those removed if he does take P1. But he could probably hope for a miracle if these two crash out, and then he could just gain try to gain 10 seconds. So he doesn't have to. Yeah, it looks, and Drags takes a 128.7. He's gaining on the front runners right now. He's saying, hold up. Maybe it was a second down, but I'm definitely in this mix. I could be the Schumacher god in the rain. And he's looking to prove that as he's driving with intensity. Probably mad from those two penalties. Laser focus, ready to pounce on for second once he gets his chance. But he's got to keep it nice and tight and stay well within this pack right up ahead. And looks like we do have a spin. And it's with Passions. Passion's probably spun out of control. I don't know if there was any contact, but has no front wing, and he's going to have to come in the pits, and it does not look good for Team Papaya. But it looks like if he could try to hurry up and try to salvage maybe a point, they'll probably get at least 5 points for the end of the race. But with 6 seconds and Ivan with 18, it could possibly happen. But he's got to hurry up and get to the pits as Ivan and Cooley back here still battling away. Cooley, looked like they almost went off. But we're going to go back to this middle of this train right here between 5th, 6th, and 7th. These three guys have been battling all the way through. The two Ferraris looking at each other, probably looking at team orders, having Alex block Ken as much as he can, as Vizu looking to gain 4th place, but Evil does have a 3-second penalty, so he would automatically take 4th, and Alex would gain a spot as well and take 5th, and that would put Evil probably within 6th or 7th, but depending how fast they catch these guys. And it looks like another one went off, and it's the other Papaya. And does he have wing damage? No, it looks like his wings look fine, but he did spin off, and it's not looking good for the McLaren team. Probably they need to salvage some points here. They want to get a good constructors run at the title, but this is not going to bode well for the AlphaTauri, McLaren, and I would say just basically the AlphaTauri and McLaren, because they've been spinning all the way out of control. Looks like, Passions is struggling. He is struggling to gain off. He's 23 seconds behind Ivan. Passions. Anyways. Ken saving that battery life. He's got 94%. So does Vizu. Vizu is looking, pouncing, trying to catch Evil. But Evil is basically making it nice and tidy and doing well, but he still has that 3-second penalty. So I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to that 4th spot, as he's not gaining anywhere between the top runners in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, as Kvyat takes another 3-second penalty. And looks like Passion is going to get out of the way for the top runners, as he is ghosted. But anyways, we'll see what Ken does. I mean, no one has pitted. I believe no one has pitted. Everyone is on 21 lap old tires. Passion went in very early to get on the intermediates, which was an interesting call because he's struggling out there right now. I don't know if he'd be able to do that. There's a lot of puddles out there. Still left to go. And it looks like one of the Red Bull drivers is now he's got another 3-second penalty. He's struggling. Looks like does he have wing damage? It doesn't look like he has wing damage, but who possibly knows in this race? Anything can happen. And Passions. I don't know if that was the correct call for you, buddy. You are spinning everywhere. Anyways, we'll go back to this lovely little train back here as between 5th, 6th, and 7th have a little mini train going on. I don't know if the Ferrari's going to catch up with Evil, as he's 2.5 seconds off, but they need to stay within that range just to gain a couple seconds. And then Alex needs to at least get right behind his teammate in order to snag at least 5th position. It looks like Mail sets the fastest time with the 128.7. With 20, everyone still has a pit for new tires except for Prime and Andresic and Ivan and one of the Alpha Turi drivers. This is an interesting race, folks. There's not 2 safety cars in the very beginning, and Andresic gets another time penalty. It's very hard to keep on track with this wet weather, and it looks like we do have a DNF. Looks like Passions is, with that call with the intermediates, he is going to retire from this race. Drags was in that pack within that 1 second, has now dropped 2 seconds back, so he's not going to be able to challenge anytime soon. I wonder if he's struggling with those tires. It has to be. But these two drivers between 1st and 2nd with Armchair and Mail have been nothing but masterclass all race long. Armchair sets the fastest time and gains that extra point back. But we shall see if Mail. Oh, look! He looked at a little spin, and he does get a 3-second penalty. Could he go for the inside? And there was a little bit of contact. But Mail's gonna look. He's gonna get through, but they're going to side by side on the DRS straight. And they made more contact. Is he going to try to go for the inside? And he does. Armchair gains right back in the lead. Oh, what a costly mistake by Chair. Gets a 3-second penalty. He had nowhere to go but off the track. He does get that 3-second penalty. And it looks like, oh, there's a safety car. It looks like Ivan crashed out. Yes, he did crash out, and Ivan's race is done. Had new wets, and looks like this could probably save. Could we possibly have everyone go in for new tires, as there's only not that much, only under 10 laps to go. Everyone on 20 old lap tires. Could we possibly see everyone going into the pits? And it looks like there probably are. We shall see if the front runner is going to... No, he's not going to go into the pits. The front runners are going to stay out. We'll see if Evo is going to go try to go in for the pits. And he does. Leading the Ferraris are going to stay out. And they're going to take 4th and 5th. But with 25-year-old lap tires, we'll see if they can hold this one out. I don't know if that was a good call between Evil. He should have probably stayed out, but he's got a new set of tires. Maybe going to try to gain these last few laps. And another collision in the pit lane between the two drivers of the AlphaTauri and Red Bull, the two Honda engines, supposed to be working with each other, but as they are brother and sister teams, the sister team made contact as they get new tires. So far we do have at least 6 people out of this race. Mostly everyone's staying out. The top 8 basically staying out with over 20 lap tires. Evil making that making a move, probably a risky move. Maybe could try to gain some passes if he can get it a good outing, but we probably won't even start until lap 28. Then he's only going to have a few laps, probably 5 laps to go to make all that way up and try to gain that top spot. But it is now sitting Armchair with that 3-second penalty. Mail behind him drags. Even though it has 10-second penalty, he still has 3. He's still going to take 3rd place if he does make those reports. And Alex and his teammates taking up 4th and 5th just like they wanted. But it looks like, I don't know what was going on there. It looked like Alex, I don't know what happened there. It looks like his teammate had to give Alex 4th place. But they're trying to go back and forth, but they can't. It looks like Codemasters is denying him 4th place. So now he's going to have to probably play fiddle with Ken. To get the top spot. So we shall see. As we look at the penalties, yep. Everyone on at least over 5 seconds and above, except for Armchair. He did go wide. He almost went off. He had to save his car into turn 1. Had to go off. Made contact with Mail, but then he regained it off of the first DRS zone going into that turn, taking the inside. Was a nice move by Armchair. Safety car still is out, so we're not gonna. This race is probably not gonna start till lap 29. So there definitely will be 5 laps to go. We'll see if Evil, with a new fresh set of tires in the Aston Martin, can gain all the way back to 4th, as he did make a risky move to see if he could try to get past all what's ahead of him. He's going to have some troubles probably getting past between the 2 Ferrari drivers and the Haas driver. Give it up for Prime, who basically started, let's see, how many positions did he lose in the beginning? Yeah, started from almost outside the top 10, back to he's on in the top 10 in 7th place. So that was a good stuff on you, Prime. And Dresic started 7th. He's only one away to gain back his spot. Alex is right where he is, and his teammate gaining 2 places, but he should be the one 4th and not Alex. I don't know what happened there. Probably just some Codemasters thing happened, and it looks like the safety car should be coming in this lap, and it should be, as we all get bunched up for the last set for 5 laps to go. Only 5 laps left to go in this race as we look at the leader. Let's see what happens. Gets a nice good straight. That's a good off, but it looks like Mail tidy behind him and drags back in the situation. He was 2 seconds off. It looks like someone went off. It was one of the AlphaTauri drivers. He is out of this race. In Salata, definitely out of this race. I don't know what happened. It looked like he made some contact, but he'll probably spun out. Anyways, it's tight race going on. Well, Evil did make up a position as he's battling with Ken. Ken dropped all the way back. Not looking good for Ken so far. Evil with the better tires. Armchair sets another fastest lap. He's definitely securing that extra point. But Evil is now 1 second behind Andresic. As we look between, now it was the Haas driver and now it's the Alfa Romeo driver with Prime. Now in the mix between 4th, 5th, and 6th. There's only 4 laps to go in this race. We don't even know if we're going to see some sense, but it looks like Prime well right behind the Ferrari driver. This spells trouble for securing 4th and 5th to get some good points for the Ferrari team. As he looks going on the inside, and oh, look, he going for the spin, and he might try to go for the outside, but he's going to try to tuck that in. He's going to try to go to the inside, and he makes some contact, pushes the Ferrari outside, and he does secure 5th. Prime with a great move going to the inside, coming out of the last turn. And it looks like Mayo took the fastest lap. It looks like there's going to be a close battle between the 1st and 2nd leaders, side by side. And it looks like Armchair still has the advantage, and he tried to go for the inside, but he backs off. Mayo giving it everything he could on that front straightaway. Still have 3 more laps to go in this race. It looks like Evil took a big dive. Oh, it looks like they make contact. And Dressing and Evil are side by side going into 7, 8, between 7 and 8 turns, and he definitely takes the outside, and it looks like it pushes Evil in a bad spot. Now he's going to have to fight his way back. He took a big lunge into that first DRS turn. And it looks like Ken made contact with Evil. Evil probably braked a little bit early because he probably had some hot tires, but Ken definitely going in the outside as he loses a position to Kvyat, but they're going side by side coming into the final couple of corners. Still gets ahead, but look at the front leaders for these last couple of laps, as this is the battle we should be all watching. Mail trying to give everything he can. Had a nice qualifying run, but due to the wet weather, he had to adjust himself. Didn't realize how Armchair came out of nowhere and surprised them in the very first lap. Has lead ever since. We could probably have some heroics in the last couple of laps. So well worth, as Drags not that far behind, almost a second off pace, trying to see what these two are going to do, and then he could probably try to go for the gap and take that, try to take top spots. Prime right now ruined Ferrari's day, getting in between the Ferrari drivers. Still has a couple of laps to go, but we're going to go on the last lap. Mail using every single bit of ERS. Going to try everything he can. But we should definitely see he's struggling a bit on those tires, as Armchair is gaining a little bit away from Mail. But it looks like Drags is now definitely trying to go in, trying to get into second place, as he's not that far behind Mail. Drags is. But we'll look at Prime. Let's see what he can do. No way the Ferrari's teammate can catch up and help him out. He's on his own, as Prime is hunting him down. But it looks like the last couple of corners he's gone wide, and to see if he can try to gain through, but it doesn't look like he's not going to get enough, as we do see Armchair coming into the last corner of the front straightaway. Looks like he's spun it a little bit. It's going to be... Oh, he caught it! No! Did he even turn? But he did! He made a huge crash! Did he get... What happened to Drags? I think they hope they contact. I don't know what happened at the end, but it looks like I think Armchair did cross the line first, unless Mail got it there first. But as the results as it stands, Mail is your winner. I don't know if Armchair crossed first, but he did have that 3-second penalty. But USR Mail, #1, penalty free, and Prime takes driver of the day. Wow, what a race. If this is what's going to continue, I'm all in for it. But as the Williams driver takes the top step of the podium, it is all Mail. He tried to go for it the last couple of laps, but stuck it out there at the end. I don't know what happened to Armchair. But it looked like he did cross the line before he crashed. But he was struggling a bit after coming out the last couple of corners. Well, this has been the first race of the Euro Series in PlayStation. I've been Sharky808, your commentator, and I'm going to sign off. Tune in next week, same time, for next week's race as we head to China. Thank you all, and a good night.